We know the drink matango. Me say today go drink matango. Any man we know the drink pami go drink pami today. Yes, because I don't bring una big breaking news. You know, some kind of news day where one person bring that news, if he make even lame man, if forget say food no where is it jumps tawaka. Yes. Some kind of breaking news that we go hear. It go make you say mumu where forget say you don't know how to talk. It start sing. Yes. Now that kind of big breaking news I don't bring on today for my wonderful people of Amazonia. Yes. Papa, mommy them, I did bring one a baby salute. Now, my sister put Bobby for that pikin more before I vex. Tell say Nanchop don't bring Tori. That pikin when so cry the disturb place for day. If he make I will not go buy bonbon again. You better should don't quiet. Uncle Nanchop want talk. Yes, country people. Thing any happen for the revolution? No, I said thing any happen. But before I start can chakara on the tourists, no be tourist because na tourists. I put SD. In fact, IES tourists. Yes, my first salon a patriotic and revolutionary greetings from the Amber Voice team and especially from me, Mr. Nanchop. I am saying good evening and a wonderful Saturday to you, brothers and sisters, fellow Amazonians. Me, I am your one and only Mr. Nanchop, the German still. You know, we grind, but today we are not going to grind. In fact, hold on, we will grind. In fact, today is going to be a mixture of all. You know, you put some more fofo, you put some more sha, put some more matango, mix and shake am, drink am. Because say good news don't enter house. Country people, at the salon now. How would I do my people for America? The one for Asia now, so they prepare for go sleep. I know say my man for Philippines. I don't go call your name, but you know why they talk. You don't wake up now, so you know to sleep. Now at 4 o'clock for you, you say you no go sleep. More yeah, Mr. Nanchop. Kudos for you, bro, and your family. All my wonderful people for Dubai. At the salon now, all the one for Abu Dhabi. The United Arab Emirates as a whole, the one them for China, my man, China man, I did show on a big revolutionary greetings. Man, yeah, wait till it happen for Facebook. Which man to give we revolutionary greetings for this Saturday? Before we start chakara the before we start chakara the Tori the go. Yes, I see Anderson the Chowena plenty love for all Amazonian people. More see wait till it happen. I see Dore say good evening, our German still. Na Dore the Chakarawi correct greeting so for that side. Yes. Wonderful. I see my friend Che says watching from Berlin. Good evening, Amazonians. I see this my beautiful queen Vivian says happy Sunday. Today na Sunday? Sure. I don't know. Maybe say I sleep because I don't sleep today, they don't pass. So today na Sunday. I think say na Saturday. Maybe say as I sleep the afternoon, they don't come break. The next day, don't reach, I don't know. When I hear me correct me, if you be say today na Sunday, I don't know. I see my friend Ernesto say watching. Wonderful. I see Ndiba say I greet Mr. Nanchop. Yes, so I greet you, my brother. I see Mr. Joseph says watching from Denmark. Bernard says hello, Mr. Nanchop. Revolutionary greetings. More greets to your able from Maryland. I see Nga Abu Love say hey, Mr. Nanchop. I see Palvov says hey, Mr. Nanchop. Good evening, Amazonians. When I make a man start feeling say I don't need colo country people. Vivian, no they confuse me anyhow, Sherry. You say happy Sunday. I don't know whether to shoot today on Sunday. When I hear me, I check my time. Because me, I know say na Saturday for my time. Oh. Yes, so my wonderful friend, our one and only Sense Pass King, come with UN says, when I share as when I join, greetings to all Amazonians. I see my wonderful friend Eric says, hi, Mr. Nanchop. Vivian, please, I know, correct that thing. You do me I see doubt. Today na Sunday, when I saw today, Vivian. Vivian says, hello, Mr. Nanchop, always looking good. I see my friend Prisco says continue to draft, wonderful, and this is true. I see. Oh, okay. Now I get it. Wow. Now some of our friends in Austria, in Australia, are already in Sunday. That's why they are saying Happy Sunday. When I see how the world complicate, Papa, Mami, them. The world just complicate. You days, if we go for California, at some point they wake up for sleep. People for California, now 8 o'clock morning for them, or 9 o'clock morning. For the other side of the world, so when they already enter Saturday, they don't break for them. They say hello, happy good morning Saturday. The other they wake up for Saturday. The one they wake up for California for Saturday morning. The one for Australia they wake up for Sunday morning. Cha! If you no fear Papa got it, you no go fear no nothing. You no go fear nobody. Nevertheless, I want to thank all my wonderful Ambazonians who already joined. Yes, so Mr. Bismarck say hello, Mr. Nanchop. Now, country people, I don't want to keep Unamuna to wait for too long because the tourists they plenty who want Chakara the tourists. In fact, now we miss this show today, he will get himself to blame. Country people, wahala day. Yes, I say wahala day. As a matter of fact, things that happen for the revolution, things that happen when I put my hand for my head, they will say, Mr. Nanchop don't pay hand for head, he talk. Things that journey happen anyhow, anyway, anytime. But in all these happenings, I just see the breakthrough and I just see the good news. I see one of our brother talk for they say, we will continue for draft. Yes, make us start for address that topic. You know, this Amber World draft they like a catalyst. You know, for those of you who want to be joined with for study chemistry in those days, you know, a catalyst where it stir up a reaction. This Amber World draft had missed that period where the enemies of the Amazonian revolution were trying to give another narrative to the international community. Now I'm going to tell you guys a lot of things on this show today that will shock some of you, but it's a good news. It's a good news. That I'm bringing over to you. The point is, when the world, France and La République du Cameroon, and of course, with the help of their internal enablers, when they were trying to give a narrative to the world that the Amazonians are getting weaker, that they have everything in control, under their control, everything is okay, it's a matter of time, everything is going back to normalcy, they were trying to portray to the world that they have succeeded to tame us, to quench us, to destroy us. Now, La République du Cameroon, we know that La République is a shithole country, as I talk, I'm foolish people. And I'm going to explain them for one small. When I imagine, say, we don't fight with the international community, get interest for our case. Yes, then now we can hear of the Swiss talks, we hear of the international community, the talk, the EU, America, they don't endorse the Swiss talks. This very Swiss talks initiative, now thing where His Excellency Dr. Samuel Sako, engineer, Ambazonians, they will know very well say, we don't get this revolution, we don't fight against La République for so many years. Most of our elderly people don't get the opportunity for go inside United Nations, for go inside these big areas there, for go talk for our case. But all these diplomatic moves, as a matter of fact, even Ni John don't go for United Nations, don't go for all these places. Wait till that one don't change. Nothing. They never bring any fruitful result. I want bring a big breaking news, but I want start from somewhere. When I just listen, we don't get all these people. Even if you study our history, you go look discover and say, "What great Papa them." They don't go right for United Nations. They don't go present their matter. They don't talk. United Nations, they be very good at listening and writing, but weak at acting. We don't see them. But it not be so now just because they did so. When I see what happened for Mali just of recent, when the people of Mali and the army, they weak on the act. Within 24 hours, all man talk, even France. Now France itself take the matter, go for United Nations Security Council, and they hold an emergency meeting because the people of Mali, they act. They put over Mali, they will show fold their arms, they be quiet. When I see how their president them and vice president they fight, they box themselves like Mike Tyson and Ibanda Holyfield. Then they box themselves inside house. I'm not gonna play that video today for you. But I just narrate the story for safe time because we'll get plenty of for Tori. They don't go enter the box themselves. The army them vexing. What's kind of nonsense this? What's kind of nonsense this? What vice president and president, they don't turn a wrestler. They don't reach a level where they do not coup. They say, we're not going to take that nonsense. Oh yeah, straight down. They take over. France no be they expect that kind of move because, you know, they be they expect say, they are prepared president, they don't put them for day. They go and follow their order, but the military took over. So it's shaking France. You know, France now a criminal nation. And they get a very criminal policy way they operate for East Africa. And when anything they out of their control, they fear. And I go relate this to the Ambazonian revolution in a moment from now. But when anything go out of the control of France, the French they become afraid because of their colonial principle they are using to operate in Africa. Their operative system in Africa, this colonial system, this neo-colonialism, to hold the people in slavery, manipulate them. So France will do everything to make sure that the African man die because they want to keep profiting from their natural resources. They don't care about how many children have been killed. France don't care about how many people will die just for them to gain from the natural resources of Africa. A very wicked nation with a very wicked policy against humanity. You see, so anything that is beyond their control, they become afraid of it. Now, what happened in Mali scared them. Immediately, there had to be a United Nations Security Emergency meeting channeled by France. Imagine, think about it. Why? Because France feels that they have lost control of something right now. So this is dangerous to them. They had to force and enforce a United Nations Security meeting, an emergency meeting for that case. Now, but think about it. We've lost almost 20,000 people in Amazonia. The international community has described it to be genocide. As a matter of fact, genocide is taking place and ongoing in Amazonia. France, who is the colonial master to La République du Cameroun, is aware of this. But because the lives of those people don't matter, because they still have everything under their control, you know, through La République du Cameroun, they will not care. They will never want the United Nations Security Council to talk about it. They will do everything to block it. So France is doing everything whenever the United Nations want to talk about this. And of course, one thing we need to know is the United Nations is not just, I mean, France is also an entity to it, you know, but there are other countries that constitute these United Nations powers. You have like Germany, is also a part of it. You have many countries in the world. Right? You know, England is there. The United States, of course, is represented in the United Nations Security Council. But because of France's alliance with La République du Cameroun, knowing fully well that La République is serving their interests, and they know what is at stake in Amazonia, they want to do everything to prevent the other bodies from intervening because they are afraid to lose what they are gaining in that territory, in that part of the world. So France is doing everything in their powers to prevent the breakthrough of Amazonia. So they will go as far as to do what? To cover up the genocidal actions, the genocide that La République is perpetrating in Amazonia, just because they want to preserve their interest. And this is a problem. Now, we see what is happening in Mali. France feels that they have lost the control. They had to do what? Force an emergency meeting for this situation. Now, look at what is happening in Amazonia. This is almost the 5th year. Why is it that, the question is, why is it that no one is acting there? Why is it that there haven't been any emergency meeting at the United Nations Security Council with respect to this particular incident? Because France is blocking it. France don't want it. They know what is at stake. Papa and Mommy there, brothers and sisters, wait till the breaking news why they bring of una. I will check out the breaking news in a moment for now. But I want to understand this because La République and France, they fight against Amazonia. But you know, I said it yesterday that not even the United Nations, not even France. In fact, we by once said it that when that time will come, La République would join their soldiers with that of the French, they will not be able to quench the quest for freedom from the Amazonian people. And I think that time, that prophecy is manifesting right now, because we've seen the French soldiers gone down to La République du Cameroon, they've gone to Amazonia, they've assisted, in fact, France has assisted La République du Cameroon in perpetrating genocide in Amazonia. Yes, I repeat, France has assisted La République du Cameroon in perpetrating genocide in Amazonia. We have those images, so they cannot deny it. Now, why am I saying all these things? I want us to understand the big victory Amazonia has gotten over this evil allies, these evil people. We will see the big victory we'll get over them. Now, Papa and Mommy, them brothers and sisters, if we enter for a story today, I will start my presentation of today. Now, make I show you some one thing. I want to show you, you want to see how France in La République, then this, the play will don't hold them. Amazonia, when I excuse me, I take off this thing with there for my head. This, I take off my logo, so that when I will see my face fine, because and I will talk for English. Meaning, yeah. When I see this is France and La République du Cameroon. This is them. Their head on tight in support right now, because you know this is a long game they've been playing. When France is aware of the fact that La République du Cameroon has no case. They have no legal case against Amazonians. The French are aware of that. La République du Cameroon, as a matter of fact, they are aware of the fact that they have no legal case. There is no way they can win us, the Amazonian people, at the international court. They are aware of the fact that there is nothing they can do to quench this fire. At the beginning of it, they undermined us, they underlooked us, they thought, we will just crush them. So France gave La République du Cameroon a lot of military arms and financial support to crush the people of Amazonia. As a matter of fact, in other words, to facilitate the genocidal plan they had. Unfortunately for them, we the Amazonian people, we stood tall. We remain resilient. We remain resolute. We remain steadfast, and we fought back, because we know that self-defense and standing for that which is right is our ultimate right, and is the correct thing to do. So that was the biggest surprise. La République du Cameroon and France, they never thought we'd be able to resist them. So they did all what they were doing, aiming at destroying us. To their greatest surprise, we are still standing after 4 years of this battle. Now, the next plan was to arrest the leaders. So they succeeded in plotting coup with Eco and the rest with Nigeria. And I'm going to come back to that. Please take note of this, with Nigeria. Remember what happened in Naira 10. I'm going to come back to that. And I'm going to show us the connection with what is happening right now at the international level. So they did all these things. It was masterminded by France and executed with the help of Nigeria and La République du Cameroon. They had to breach all the international laws with the assurance of France that don't worry, we will back you up. You see, what is happening is France is actually telling La République du Cameroon, go ahead, breach the international laws, break the international laws. We will support you. We are your colonial masters. You are paying your colonial tax to us. We will give you colonial protection. We will protect you. We have a voice in the United Nations. So we will talk for you. We will stand for your favor. These are the assurance information that France have been giving to La République du Cameroon. That's why La République thought to herself, they can do everything, they can do anything and go free. And that's why they've been doing all what they are doing. Because their hope was that they will crush us, the Amazonian people, and then they will use the narrative of we were terrorists. So according to them, they will say, well, we did all that because we wanted to maintain domestic peace. We were doing all that to maintain domestic peace. We had to crush the terrorists. Think about it. They've been telling the international community that we are terrorists. But thank God, because the Americans are not fools. The Germans are not fools. The British are not fools, even though we know that they are cowards. You know, because they ought to stand. Look at France is encouraging her colonial baby, La République du Cameroun, to destroy the colonial daughter of England, of the Great Britain. But they are just there and they are folding their arms, they are doing nothing, even though they are aware of the mafia game that is being played at the international level. It shows you that Britain is just being cowardic. But I don't want to go to that. That's going to be a topic for another day. I want to explain to you the big victory of Amazonia. Now, in all this manipulative scheme and games that is being played at the international podium, France had encouraged La République and assured them that we will give you our backings. As a matter of fact, you saw that France went and gave La République a lot of financial aid that they wanted them to fight Boko Haram, gave them weapons. Whereas La République was using these weapons to kill the Amazonian people, to perpetrate genocide in Amazonia. We have the images and we have those data. And we will shock them, because let me tell you something. At the end of all this, we all shall pull them to the International Criminal Court. And France will not escape it. Brothers and sisters, it's not a secret that France has tried to put in a lot of money to support La République du Cameroun so as to bribe a lot of people in this revolution. France is trying to bribe a lot of people. They've contacted a lot of people, including myself. They are trying to see how they can quench us by any means. Now, they've tried it to financially. That's why you see some of those activists or individuals who were for the revolution. I spoke about the weak-mindedness of these individuals. I spoke about that yesterday. So if you missed that, go back to that show of yesterday. I'm not going to repeat that. Now, they were hoping, peradventure, by any means, that we will become weak and we will succumb to that. So the international community and the United Nations has been telling them, hey, listen, this is something going wrong. We need to take preventive measures. We need to step in. France is telling them, no, don't worry, everything is under control. I can assure you, La République du Cameroun has everything under control. Oh, we are doing everything, we are in constant communication, everything is going well. Hoping that they can use their manipulative schemes to quench us down. Then at the end of the day, for them to cover up their genocidal actions, they will tell the international community they were criminals, they were terrorists. So we had to do what we did so as to maintain peace in this area and to kill the terrorists. But we, the Amazonian people, we've shown to the world that we are not slaves and will not be slaves any longer, and that we are not foolish. We've stood tall, we have resisted, and we are resisting. Now we've made the world to understand our story. We've explained to the world the truth of the matter. Now France undermined us. They thought we were as foolish as La République du Cameroun. So, you know, the point here is the French are aware that La République du Cameroun is a shithole country. They are aware that La République du Cameroun, they are foolish. They are aware because these are people, listen, who does that? Who pays colonial tax? I mean, think about it. France has been able to hold La République du Cameroun captive for this number of years, forcing them to pay colonial tax. Who does that? Where is that being done? It's only a fool that will fall for such traps. France has been able to hold these people in a mental slavery so much that they cannot control anything they have. I remember once I wanted to open a company. When I wanted to open my first company, and by then we were still with the French Cameroonians together. They literally told me to bring my my business plan, and the lady told me they will have to give me the permission. They will have to send that to France for that to be approved before I will have my permit to open a business in that country. Can you imagine? Meaning no Cameroonian then will have any right to open any business, no matter of what economic importance that business is for the people and for that country. France has to approve it. Is that not slavery? Give me a better definition for slavery. So where is the freedom? Where is the independence? Now, this shows why France has his hand or her hand in the economic and political affairs of La République du Cameroun, because they are protecting their interests. And they've been deceiving them. Now, you remember that President Macron had to fly to Nigeria What did he go to do there? What did he go to discuss with the Nigerians? I'm going to expose it to you in a short moment from now, because I want to show you the big victory of Ambazonia. The big victory, a fat victory of Ambazonia. Now, take a look at this picture. This is what the French never thought. Now, they saw that pot of food. They were very anxious to go and eat from that pot. So, they never had a strategy. They thought it would be business as usual, right? To go with brutality, impunity, act with their manipulative strategies, and keep the people in bondage. But we, the never again generation, we, this generation of Ambazonians, wise, strong, educated, firm, and courageous, like the Joshuas in the Bible, the Calebs that stood firm and said, we've seen the promised land. It's a land that flows with milk and honey. Though there are giants there, but we are sure that God is with us, and we shall go there to surmount that land, to take it victoriously. Yes, we know what belongs to us. We know who we are. We know the audacity and the power God has given us as humans. We know the strength of our will. And La République du Cameroon, no matter what they would do, under the influence and assistance of France, their colonial masters, they can kill the body, but they cannot kill the spirit. The quest for freedom, the desire, and this spirit of Ambazonia that is risen amongst all of us is a spirit that cannot be killed. It's a spirit that has overcome fear. It's a spirit that stands for victory and knows what is good and best for us. La République du Cameroon, they are still playing these games because they have not yet understood the reality. They have not yet come to the awareness of the reality that we, the Ambazonian people, are gone. Now, I want to prove to you that La République and France, they are beginning to understand the dynamics of the game, because they thought it would be business as usual. They thought they would just go and do what they've always been doing, and it will be as easy as usual. But to their greatest disappointment and surprise, we, the people of Ambazonia, have proven them this time around wrong, with capital letters. Yes, because we've decided to stand for our human rights. We've decided to fight and die, protecting ourselves and protecting our human, God-given dignity. Which, of course, in the international law, it is the right thing to do. Self-defense is instinctive. Self-defense is enshrined in the international law. And listen to me, there is nothing, and this is a message I'm giving to all of us, the Ambazonian people, all of us, my fellow brothers and sisters of Ambazonia. I want to challenge the international community. Let anybody who is calling us terrorists or whatsoever, let them tell me what act that an individual will carry out in the course of self-defense that is a crime. Tell me, what action are you going to carry out in the course of self-defense that is a crime? So the international community, in their attempt to try to, not the international community, I'm sorry, I correct myself, France and La République du Cameroon, in their attempt to try to incriminate us, they want to use the narrative. These people they are terrorists. So who is a terrorist here? An individual who is doing everything in his powers and using everything to his availability to protect himself from you, the genocidaire. He has become a terrorist. Who is attacking who? Did the Ambazonian people go across the borders, across the Mongo, to attack La République du Cameroon? The answer is no. We are sitting in our homes, in our villages. Our villages are being burned. We have at least 300 villages on records that have been burned in Ambazonia. We have stood tall. Our brothers and sisters, the victims of these genocidal actions, perpetrated and masterminded by France, executed by La République du Cameroon, these victims have decided to stand tall and to defend themselves. And the narrative France and La République is trying to give to the international community is that these are terrorists. Terrorists by what means? Me sitting in my home and you attacking me gives you the room and the audacity to call me a terrorist? This is a joke. Somebody surely doesn't know the definition of the word terrorism. I want to refer you back to your dictionary, France and La République du Cameroun. But now, this image shows the tight corner at which France and La République du Cameroun are presently at, because they thought it would be business as usual. Fellow Amazonians, you see these games they are playing with Ayok Tabe and these internal enablers is because they want to see that they pull us from that best to good. Now they are thinking to themselves, oh, these people are so resilient. We've tried everything. We've tried brutality. We've tried impunity. We've killed them. We are killing them. We've done everything. We've tried to manipulate and bribe some of them. We've even tried to change the narrative to the international community, but it's unsuccessful. So what do? La République du Cameroun right now have decided together under the masterminder, France, to use games to twist us down. But I want to show you something. Some of the signs to show that we, the Amazonian people, are winning. And we are winning bigly. Let me put this on the screen and explain this to us, fellow Amazonians, friends and fans of Mr. Nanchop. I want to explain this to us. Now, the signs of a failed state, the signs of a disgrace to people. Now, look at what La République du Cameroun is doing. To show you that they now can see that they have lost Amazonia. Amazonia is gone. The former British Southern Cameroons is gone. Now they are beginning to realize that, oh, it's over. There is no way, there is nothing they can do. So they want to do something. Their plan is to destroy Amazonia before leaving. France is telling La République, we must destroy them. We must destroy everything they have. We must kill them. We must inject them with diseases. And this is it. Don't be surprised in the next months to come. You will hear La République du Cameroun will be coming up with doctors from France to inject our people in the name of vaccines. Because they know right now that Amazonia is gone. They know that there is nothing they can do against Amazonia. As a matter of fact, one of the reasons La République du Cameroun has been hesitating to come to the internationally led Swiss talks is because they have nothing they can use to back up the actions they've been perpetrating. They have nothing they can use to justify what they've been doing, to justify their actions. So they are afraid. They know when they go to on that table, they don't have anything to say. They don't have anything they can use as argument against the Amazonian people, against the interim government, against Amazonians. So their hands are tied. They've been trying to see what can we do to incriminate these people. Oh, let's try to play some delay tactics. Let's try to see how we can manipulate them. Let's try to see how we can incriminate them. They've been trying to do anything possible so that when they come to that table, they will be able to use those things against us. But it has been failing them as usual. So now their last chance is they want to make sure that before they go to that table and they are already aware that they will lose, they want to destroy Amazonia. They want to destroy the people so that at the end of the day, the Amazonians will have their countries, but they will be sicklings. They will not, the fighting generation, the fruitful generation will not be able to profit and gain. You see, this shows you the evil agenda of a devilish person. Now, brothers and sisters, fellow Amazonians, I want to explain these things. I'm going to put a video on the screen in a moment from now, and I will explain something from this video that I want the Amazonian people to get it carefully and understand it. I'm going to put this video on the screen right now. Okay, permit me put this on the screen. There we go.
I'm telling you, as at today, National Assembly did not ratify this move, this ceding of our territory. The necessary compensations have not been paid. It was agreed that 500 million naira would be paid per month as a consequence of the oil wells that would go to the Cameroons that would be taken from Cross Rivers. And finally, and most importantly, the aspect of self-determination. That is, a plebiscite and a referendum ought to have been conducted. It was agreed it would be conducted as part of the conditions. It was never done. So on those grounds and on that basis, I say it again, loud and clear, that if I were in President Buhari's shoes, if I were president of this country today, my priority today would be to reunite Nigeria by sending our forces into that place and taking it back and holding it and telling the Cameroonians this was not done lawfully, this was not done in the right way, and if you really want it, then the government really has to do the right thing. Go to the National Assembly, pay the necessary compensation to the people, and let there be a referendum. Time is not an issue here. An injustice done at that time is an injustice that remains till today. And that injustice was visited upon you, the people that come from here, and your leaders who have been fighting so hard for your cause. Unfortunately, not too many people have been listening in this country. And not only am I addressing the Nigerian government on this and the Nigerian people, all the international community, but you cannot just do this sort of thing to us and you expect us to fold our hands and keep out. And I'll say finally, I'll make this point. If this doesn't happen today, a time is coming when a Nigerian president will rise up in this country and he will take that territory back in order to restore the honor and the dignity of the people of Cross River State and the people of Bakassi and Nigeria itself.
Who, even though not a Cross Riverian, has a deep knowledge of the pain and the suffering.
Okay, let's keep it at that. Now, what is happening here? Let me just explain it. You see, I want to believe, I think that's the governor. He's speaking to the people. Now, he's prophetically saying some things. He's addressing some things that are wrong at the international level. But the question is, when did this Bakassi issue get, when was it resolved? It's not an incident of today. This is not something of today. But why is it that these guys are now bringing up the matter now? Why now? I mean, we are talking about the Bakassi issue, right? That have been resolved when we were still together with La République du Cameroun. And we know that France had played a great role on this particular incident or issue. We know very well that this Bakassi is part of Ambazonia. Now, what we are seeing here is the reaction of the Nigerians under the influence of France. Because now France know that, don't forget, they've been making a series of visits to the Nigerian people, to the Nigerian government. Macron has been visiting Nigeria. All what they are looking for is their interest. Now they know that they are going to lose Bakassi because Ambazonians are going to be separated from French Cameroon. So they know that by so doing, they themselves will lose the influence over Bakassi indirectly. So they are trying to go behind and tell the Nigerian people, listen, go up and fight back and bring up this issue. Now, France has made La République du Cameroun to become so poor that they cannot meet to the standards of what was agreed with the Nigerians upon Bakassi. Henceforward, they are trying to look for a shim or a medium, a path through which they can invoke a situation that Bakassi or the Nigerians are going to start another dispute again over Bakassi. And this time around is going to be with the Ambazonians, because they themselves now know that Ambazonia is gone. They've tried everything they can, even though they are still fighting with their last utensils. But they are very aware that these Ambazonia people are so stubborn. They know they are right. They know what belongs to them. They are so resilient. There is no way they can overcome them. They know that if the Ambazonia people are separated from the French Cameroonians, there is no way France again shall profit from Bakassi. So with that in their mind, which gives us an image that they have already given up. You know, when somebody fails in life, failure is not just what happens. It's a mentality. It starts with the mind. Deep in the mind of French Cameroon, deep in the mind of the French, deep in the minds of France, they already know and they can confirm that Ambazonians are gone. They know Ambazonians are gone. They know they have nothing they can use to hold down the people of Ambazonia any longer. So now they are trying to make huge damages. They are trying to perpetrate huge damages, cause huge damages in the territory of Ambazonia. So don't be surprised that France will be going behind to talk with the Nigerians and tell them, listen, we want to make it possible that you guys will get the Bakassi back from Cameroon. But we must make an agreement. We will help you get the Bakassi back from Cameroon. And we are going to influence Cameroon in such a way that they will not be able to keep to the promises that or the agreements that were made upon Bakassi. Now we will influence the situation so much that you guys will have Bakassi back, but you must make agreements with us. You must give us percentages. These are the things that are happening at the background. The question is why? Why? Why now? Why are all these things coming up now? It's simply because France has begun to give up. France is giving up. Now they are beginning to come to that point of realization that, oh, this thing is no more a dream. It is not just a bad dream, you know. It is something that is going to change. It is reality in the manifestation. So France is trying to pull back, knowing fully well that the Amazonian people are gaining victory as the day goes by. This again is a good news to us, the Amazonian people, in the sense that even France and La République du Cameroun, they are beginning to realize that they have lost Amazonia. No, you can always tell what is in the mind of some individuals or of anybody by their actions. You see, what is in your mind controls directly or indirectly your actions. So people will usually act based on what is in their subconsciousness. Now, La République du Cameroun, you see all this desperation, you see all these actions they are trying to do, what they are doing to the international community. You see them going around trying to make strikes and whatsoever. Look like what is happening here, going to the American embassy to strike against the Amazonians. Think about it for once. La République du Cameroun is sponsoring a strike against the Amazonians. Think about it for once. If this is not an act of desperation, what else? I mean, what definition can you give to this? This is an act of desperation. These are actions to show you that now they are beginning to come to the consciousness that they are losing and that they have lost everything. You see, that they have lost. Again, this is a great sign of victory to the Amazonian people. It is a great sign of victory to the Amazonian people. And I want us to understand something. Whatsoever we have been doing, whatsoever we are doing is good and is correct and is yielding great fruits. And we need to increase it. Now, if you were committed to this revolution by 10%, and that 10% has led us this far, has brought us this far, I want to assure you something. You have been doing the great things. You've been doing the correct thing. If you've been contributing to this revolution $100 a month, and that $100 has assisted us to come this far, you have been doing something good. And I want to encourage each and every one of us, every Amazonian under the sound of my voice, to listen to me. There is a great news of victory for Amazonia. Yes, we must not stop. We must not relent our effort. We must continue to do that which we've been doing, and we must increase it. We must increase it. Yes, the ghost town strategies, and I want to even challenge us. The time has come that these ghost towns are not going to be only again in the zone of Amazonia. We are going to extend it across the borders. I'm talking about the ghost towns. We are going to make sure that we implement and enforce ghost towns even in Douala and Bafoussam. Yes, we'll enforce it on the Mondays, that the Mondays will be ghost town in Douala and Bafoussam. We'll enforce it because we know that the ghost towns and everything we've been doing, the economic sabotage, the resilience, the actions we've been carrying out, they are yielding great fruits. Your commitment and your contributions to this revolution, no matter how small they've been fruitful. And I want to use this opportunity to encourage you that no matter what you've been inputting as an input in this revolution, you might think it's been small. You've been doing the right thing. I think right now, double it. Because we can see the fruits. We can see the enemy is the one shaking. Look at it. France is the one playing all these games because they know the truth. Now they know that they have lost Amazonia. They have lost this territory. La République du Cameroun is in total panic because they know that Amazonia is gone. Yes, Amazonia is gone and is totally gone. So they know, and these are signs of a failed state. These are signs of someone who knows deep in her mind, in his mind or in her mind, that he is failing. You start seeing their actions are reflecting the state of their minds. Exactly what La République du Cameroun is doing. Country people, Papa and Mami them, I want to take this stage now, go for the next level. I know you might think that I've been making a presentation, but I want to take it to the next level. I want us to see the victory of Amazonia. Good news of victory for Amazonia. Let me take this to the next level. Now, fellow Amazonians, friends and fans of Mr. Nanchop, talking about the talk about the victory we don't get over La République du Cameroun. Can you imagine that? Now, La République. Now, by the way, one of the successful strategies of Amazonia has been economic sabotage over La République du Cameroun or in La République du Cameroun. We've made sure we economically break them down. You know, these are all tactics of war. La République du Cameroon, all they can do is go around, kill our people. But we've been very tactical. We've made sure we don't only fight in self-defense, we've been implementing the strategy of social, what we call social disobedience. You know, the ghost towns, and seeing to the fact that Ambazonia has been a great source of revenue for the nation of La République du Cameroon, for Cameroon as a whole, and of course has been a great source of income and gain for France, the colonial masters of La République du Cameroon. We had to embark on implementing economic sabotage, and I want to encourage you and ensure you that that has been very fruitful. Because now we see that the Cameroon government has become so poor that they can no more, they no fit sponsor all that chiefs there. When I remember, I said some time back, Cameroon government, they go take chiefs them, they gather chiefs them, they send all them for Yaoundé, they give them huge sum of money, they tell them, say, chiefs them, when I must come now, when I go, when I support we, when I do it one time. Most of that chiefs them, they run away from their people. They abandon their people. They run go for Yaoundé. They don't go get big houses, big hotels, big money. Cameroon government will support them. They be the talk that they run them up. Chip them for northern zones. Chip them for southern zones. Not all though, some of them. They be the run them up. But now, Cameroon government don't pour. Money don't finish the economic sabotage where Ambazonians they don't carry them out upon the La République. It don't become so tangible. So when I see the result, when I take Nanchop Christmas.
Under the esteemed instruction of His Excellency President Paul Biya, who was informed that for the past 2 years, many funds from the Northwest and Southwest regions are resident in Yaoundé. And you know, President Paul Biya himself is the fund of funds. So he wanted to understand why are the funds still in Yaoundé, whereas in certain places in the regions, we can say that calm has returned. So we have discussed with the funds, and the major recommendation is that the funds have accepted that they are going back to the regions and that they will relocate back in their fundoms, because from the security standpoint and following our assessment, we can say that things are coming back to normal.
Country people, wahala dey big compound. Yes. Now the matter where I still try for settle for my Amber Voice platform, so the matter. I said that the matter where it don't reach for my decks today. I did still try for settle the matter. Atangos, the frustrated idiot. Now, you know, this is so serious. My papa and my maiden. Atangis. My way in new name is so, in fact, before I want to talk about it, I will, in fact, I asked my auntie Douala, mo yewe to auntie Douala gave a tell you about Atangos. Auntie Douala, before I talk about Atangos, if you tell me auntie Douala tell me about Atangos.
Why are you angry?
I am angry because Philemon Yang has come to right away from Yaoundé to come and solve the problem of teachers.
Okay.
And the traders.
Okay.
And the lawyers.
Okay.
So if you don't want to solve it, you go back. Because your name is Philemon Yang. It's no Yang.
What about Nanchop?
Nanchop is a stupid man. He said that there are common lawyers. Common how? Common in what means? Why? Is he the prime minister? Is he the Nanchop who sent the lawyers to school?
Country people.
So the funds have asked me to thank the President of the Republic, His Excellency President Paul Biya, for this initiative.
Country people, I want to punch some sign of love for Mami. I don't call her Mami Bamenda. Yes, and you know I don't give. That one Mami would call her Auntie Bamenda. Auntie Bamenda, I know this pay it to say Atangos is a fool. Yes, well, no be me I talk amo. Auntie Bamenda talk. Auntie Bamenda don't talk of you. Say Nanchop is a fool. Let him not pass. Let it not come to Bamenda. Auntie Bamenda don't talk so. But why Auntie Bamenda talk? Listen. The economic sabotage of Ambazonia don't cause them inside La République du Cameroon. It don't affect them for the level where they don't be able now for to pay some senior service them. Government workers in the way for over a period of time they never be paid. Now it only increase. The money where they be use them for pay that chiefs them when they don't go pay them for bribe them for accommodate them for Yaoundé. Money don't finish. Now they don't fit tell and say when I go back they want to use a coded language. They say peace don't be back for the southern and the northern zone where they go back. Truly, peace don't be. Papa and mommy, Ambazonia is just come out for raise money now, so would they raise money for world draft? Would they still raise money for world draft for do more correct self-defense? Now you get Atanganji them, they had the shape, all things don't pass them, their money don't finish, they tell their chiefs and say me they go back for village. Oh, I just sorry these chiefs then. I just sorry them. You see, now the problem this one they no one stand with their people. They follow money. All these chiefs the way they be follow money, they don't want stand with the people of Ambazonia. Would they wait them now? Because now, that will be use chakavum. They don't pass. Now AK. Yes, and popcorn, we don't get the correct one now. Now they don't go stay for Yaoundé, they don't get a small Wonder Woman there. Money don't finish. They don't tell them when they go back home, they say peace. Would you wait them now? Any chief, when we don't leave the chief, don't go stay for Yaoundé. Would he wait you? Yes. Would he wait you inside Ambazonia now? As you be teaching you go for there, they go protect you to the end of your life. You want to rule Ambazonia from there, from Yaoundé. Would he wait you? Now me, Mr. Nanchop, I talk about, would he wait you now? When I tell, when I beg fine. Would be tell and I say, look, the earlier people that learn for the revolution, the better. Say La République no fit ever protect anybody. Reach the way we the Ambazonians they go protect you. And this one may go for all the internal enablers, including the chiefs them. They will run, they go. That's why France they give money for La République. Because France will still get hope so they feel win. But now France don't give up because they say they don't say Ambazonia don't go. France no they put money again. They don't want to invest again because they know say they don't lost Ambazonia and they don't lost that territory. So they don't give La République any money again. You see, now La République don't run short of money. La République don't dry. Their hands on the tight. They don't know what to do. Financial sabotage, Ambazonia and they don't do it. Economic sabotage, it don't increase on La République. We don't hold them for that. Man, not talk. I wanna know. We don't hold them for that place. So now, because Bond don't tie them for their neck, they don't get way forward. They don't pay their teachers them. They get government workers where they never pay them for months. Even beat them, army them and beat them. They need to get money again. They need to be paid again. So La République they in total confusion. This again now a big sign of victory for Ambazonia. Now a big news of victory. Even at the city can say Atanganji they can't also make them go back to their village. Make them go back. You just say ask yourself, Papa and Mommy. You think say Atanganji Poko can't say when money don't finish, chief they wanna go back, we no fit take care for una. They no fit ever talk so. Because they know so if they can make that kind of public declaration, they openly accept defeat. But they go use a kind of political language. You say, peace don't they come back for the southern and northern zone. Me and you will not say peace no day. No peace nobody come back for southern and northern zone. Instead, we the fight now for increase the firepower. You understand? We the fight now for increase the firepower. In other words, the firepower don't increase for ground zero and it go be increase in the next weeks and months then. La République don't see and also we no do for them. They don't do all, they don't pass them. They don't tell the chiefs and so on and go back. In other words, La République don't they give up small. They don't they accept defeat. Now the good news that for Ambazonia. La République don't they, you know, I talk saying for psychology, you look person in action, you know what you do for heart. You do look person in action, you know what you do for mind. If you see La République don't start acting kind of way, then they send back the chiefs them. Me, you know, say out of poverty and desperation, they don't accept the victory of Ambazonia. They don't accept the deceit. In fact, La République don't wait. They don't concede. That they give in to the victory of Ambazonia. This again, now a big breaking news for we Ambazonia. So we don't win, and we win La République du Cameroon. So Papa and Mommy them, anything where you don't do, you for the revolution, where you don't stand for this fight for freedom, you don't be like a soldier for Ganzoro, you don't fight. No be now time for give up. Now where you don't see say the enemy don't show signs of weakness. The enemy La République don't give up. You know, I don't talk say this war with La République is a war of endurance. Even Bible talks say he that endureth to the end. He that endureth to the end. Papa and Mommy, fellow Amazonians, this is a war of endurance. La République cannot match up with us. See, and I want to give you a justification for that statement. Until now we for diaspora would pay our school fees for our picking them, mommy them, brother them, sister them for Ganzero. If any man for Amazonia or mommy they want chop, now we for diaspora they give them money for chop. Now we they take care of them. We'll never ever depend on La République for anything. La République never be able to give we anything until now. You see, so automatically we already be self-sustainable all these years. Now, instead, now La République don't be a parasite on us Amazonians. For them for survive, for them for do anything, they get for they live as parasites on Amazonians for the benefit from the natural resources of Amazonia. So presently, those games are not the worker, those businesses not the worker because of the economic sabotage we don't do them. So La République don't find itself at the position where it only become poor and poor as the days and months go by. But we don't be used to. Mommy go throw corn for backside after 3 months, he go harvest a corn. Mommy go burn the cocoa, he go burn the plantain, take red oil chop. We don't be used to that. So we don't need La République for survive. Instead, them need we for survive. So because we don't tie them for that place, we don't do this thing. It don't become a strong hindrance for them. In the long run, La République no fit ever make up. If they want Gary, now would give them Gary for drink. Cocoa, now would send cocoa for them. Igbo cocoa, macabo, all the chop now from Amazonia, they come go for them. So as we strike now, we know they give them that chop, we know they do that thing. As time they go, hungry they do them, poverty they do them, money no they enter, and now they don't start to manifest their failure. They don't start to manifest. They say they die. I don't tell when I say this is a war of endurance. Paul Biya and France, they be thinking so when they declare this war on us, they go crush we. This is a war of endurance. Even the Bible say, he that endureth to the end. Papa and Mommy then will therefore continue to endure. So, I don't see any reason for any person now for one give up. For all the years we don't endure, can't reach for the position we did. We don't fight, can't reach for the position we did. Why you want give up now? Why you want stop for do that way they do them? Well, all the years that thing don't bring fruit. So then now the enemy don't give up. The enemy don't act now. They show us, give you the signs for say they give up. We don't win. Yes, fellow Amazonians, fans and friends of Mr. Nanchop, the great people of the beloved nation of Amazonia, sympathizers of the Amazonian revolution. I want to tell you one thing, my country people, we're on the good road. Anything we don't do until now, not a good thing. As this interim government don't lead we this far, yes, it shows that we're on the good road. You see, and I want to encourage each and every one of us. Even the Amber War Draft, you see, I said the Amber War Draft don't shake in the international community. It don't shake in La République. It means a good thing what they do. So if you don't make your pledge for your county for this Amber War Draft, you never bring in the money. Now time for you to go give in that money. Now time for you to go even, maybe you don't even give your money, go give in more, because would they do a lot against La République and it be very effective. Yes, La République now they finish, the day on their bench for finish. And I want to understand something. Take my words, the one that me, Mr. Nanchop, at the talker. La République du Cameroon, they don't fit enjoy this war again for the next 1 year. They don't get the financial resources, they don't get the human resources, they don't get the moral resources, they don't get the moral ability, they don't get the support again from anybody. La République du Cameroon, they no fit continue this war for the next 1 year. They no fit. It don't pass them. When I see our papa and mommy them, my brothers and my sisters them, my great heroes and fighters them when I do for bush. All the things I want to do, they do them. When I continue to do them. In fact, when I increase them. If you don't support the revolution with 10%, put 20% now, because we don't see the fruits of our labor. That time don't reach, we see the fruits of our labor. Papa and mommy, them brothers and sisters, them would win big time. Yes, I say would win in a very big way. Where even La République du Cameroon, it don't pass them. They don't know what to do. Now, apropos La République du Cameroon, it don't reach. Oh, Papa God, it don't reach for my ear. Say La République, they don't wake up. They talk say they want to do reconstruction. It's Amazonia. Hey, Jesus. I'm gonna take on a ear, on a chop Christmas. La République, them talk say they want to go do reconstruction inside Amazonia. La République want to do reconstruction inside Amazonia. Well, what about if them go start for first reconstruct their own area, because when I take on a chop Christmas. Now La République this. Now they are street than this. No, when I see La République, when I see their street. So they carry their body. Road no day for motor for pass. Road no day for motor for pass for carry their body. When I see what they do. No, when I see as they carry their body, they work. The one can reconstruct Amazonia. When I see their roads, when I see their country, as though that one not correct, I show another one. I want to see them because La République, they say they want to reconstruct Amazonia. They want to come and reconstruct Amazonia. I put this video. I want to see which will happen inside La République. I see their country.
Sinking no VIP. Now what are this supermarket? Jesus Christ. And can no VIP, that's all. And can no VIP, that's all.
It shows a man no cover inside water. You got people then you see the way people they run from there to go for back that side. Yeah. Well, yeah, see. Man, that man be drowning.
Now people in this way, they want to reconstruct Amazonia. That again is a sign of a failed state. When I see La République, they try to manipulate and deceive the international community to say they want to reconstruct Amazonia. But more be real. Amazonia and La République now we need more. Now we need more help. Now we need reconstruction. No, when I see small Ringo 4, this is the economic capital of La République du Cameroon. This is the economic capital. This is Douala, the economic capital of La République du Cameroon. Take a look at it. Let me put this image on the screen. This is Douala. And yet they are talking about reconstruction in Amazonia. They want to come and help us to reconstruct our own area, our country. Whereas, look at their own country. Who needs help? The Bible says that take care of the plank in your own eye. Stop talking about the dot in your brother's eye. And this is a clear message to the people of La République du Cameroon, to that shithole country, to the shithole government of La République du Cameroon. They are trying to talk about reconstructing Amazonia, whereas their country is a total mess. Now, if this was in one remote village, I'll be saying, okay, perhaps it's just a village. But this is the economic capital of La République du Cameroon. The economic capital. Douala. Look at it. They have no drainage. Look at a poorly constructed country. And they are talking about reconstructing Amazonia. Who is fooling who? Who is trying to deceive who here? Now, what do one deceive who for here? The reason they are doing all this, they are trying to manipulate the international community to deceive them that they still have a kind of control over Amazonia. They want the international community to believe that there is peace, everything has returned to normalcy, and they have control over Amazonia. And they are also trying to use the term reconstruction. Now, one thing we need to understand about reconstruction is that reconstruction is not contemporary to war. You don't do reconstruction during war. It's post-conflict. You know, reconstruction is something that comes after the war. So we cannot be in the war that they declared on us, and then they are talking about reconstruction. What about them going to reconstruct their own cities, their economic capital? In fact, they need help. You know, we will help. In fact, let's not talk about that for today. But La Republique, they need help. So make them stop all this story that they try to manipulate the international community, for deceive them about us. They need help more than we. And I just want this to be very clear. Now, you don't reach for my ear say, hey, country people, many of them will like the news, so I want to bring another screen. Yes. Many of them will like this news, but before I want to bring this news, when I must share. No, because this news is sweet. The news I want to bring another, it is sweet like honey and sugar, mixed with the sugar cane. The news is sweet when I click on the share button before I bring the news today. Yes, because the news is over sweet. It is over sweet. Country people, it don't bad for inside Amazonia. The colonial master or colonial territorial administrator, he don't wake up. We know La Republique is the only country where you not get hit and take. If the way, if me say the thing where La Republique to do is that make sense for your head, that means you get the problem. Anything La Republique to do, the day where you go start make sense for your head, go see a psychiatrist. I be serious. Then we go start understand the technology and the operation models of La Republique. That means say you need a psychiatrist. Take my word serious. This is Mr. Nanchop talking. The day you will start understanding the things that are happening in La Republique du Cameroon and why, that's the day you need to go and see a doctor, because you get to be as mad as them for understand which way they happen. You get to get a psychological problem for understand which way they happen inside La Republique du Cameroon. La Republique du Cameroon, they don't confuse. Now you don't reach the level where people get for the right application. Yes. Now when they can't reach my grandma for village, they tell my grandma say, grandma, you must write application for say you need colors. Now when my grandma will come now, it say, Mr. Nanchop, help me write application. I said, grandma, I no go fit for help people write application because my grandma want go clear her farm sugar cane. I said, I send my small brother, may go. When I see my small brother, I see be the over Dutch class. It be the Dutch school, Dutch class, Dutch school. I said, Perika, I don't pay school fees for you plenty. Go now, go help grandma for write letter of application for colors. Country people. As I send Perika, may Perika go meet up grandma, may write letter of application for grandma. On a year, a Perika, he enter, Nanda. Now yeah, grandma for Perika.
Application for cutlass.
Mm-hmm.
Application for cutlass. Cutlass. Dear Atango, Grand Atango.
Okay.
Is with highest confusion, and mixed up. Yes, no, and mixed up.
Country people, people are there for village. Now when they don't talk say for person will get colors, he must write application letter. While I don't be. All that Perika that they be the child money they send them for school, they go Dutch. They more help grandma and grandpapa enough for write letter because grandma and grandpapa they no fit write letter. So me I don't go pick my own Perika and end this screen. I tell my Perika say Perika help her and grandma write them letter, may they go get colors. Country people. Now my Perika now I don't go she don't say one write letter when I hear grandma. If you don't believe me, all when I pity for them quite when they send them for school, now time for test them. They must write letter of application for colors.
That
would yeah.
I was came to your
okay.
To your judicial to beg you say I beg grab a kangaroo, I wanted to bought cutlass. Cutlass. Combine my pigeon. Cutlass. In brackets, man no rest. No, man didn't rest. For the chapiering, to be chapiering my banga farm. To be chapiering my Kenneth farm. Kenneth farm.
Okay. You see, for cut a long story short, I just want to make a very clear say trouble day. Trouble day village. Yes, because some people they still take order from Atangos the fool. Now, I think say time not reach way we got to make sure say we deal with Atangos effectively, because Atangos don't be a person where in the job we come for sleep. The man look, I don't understand the day where La République their decision will start make sense for we. Now the day where we don't craze. If you see La République their decision, it makes sense for you. That means you get a mental issue. Person go job we come to say put a need application now for ye, for get collars. Yeah? But you know we can stop this nonsense. You know, it be normal for get internal enablers there, but it be a wrong thing for stay with them. Now other will talk. Atangos, you don't do a lot. I think the time not reach for you for sending me go visit Ekima. Yeah. Atangos on you don't overcross his steps and boundaries there. I think it's time for you to go visit Ekima. Don't wish. I go level for that level, and I want to understand seriously. Enough is enough of this nonsense. Now, but something is wrong about this. Something is wrong about this. Something is wrong about this. I want you to take a look at the video I'm going to put on the screen right now, and then judge for yourself. On the other hand, we saw La République du Cameroun and their soldiers supporting the French Cameroonians by instigating upheaval against the Ambazonian people. They went as far as to stir up an Islamic society or community, a Muslim community, I would rather say, to go and use machetes to kill the Ambazonian people. And take a look at this video before I make some comments on it.
Yes, why do you vex? Qu'est-ce qui vous énerve? What happening? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
We will take all their money to not blue our brother. Yes. All their money will kill them. I mean, talk to Madam. You all my ear. I mean, I don't talk. And I say, give a B. I mean, control of that partner. I mean, yes. In a year.
Ça, c'est le courrier de la communauté Bororo. Ils ont décidé en découdre avec les Zamba Boys. Ils sont insaisissables. Insaisissables. Nous avons fait ce que nous avons pu faire, mais là ils se dispersent dans toute la ville, mettent le feu, brûlent, cassent. Voilà, voilà. Ce qui nous reste à faire maintenant, c'est aider les blessés, les brûlés, que nous conduisons à l'hôpital. Nous sauvons ce que nous pouvons sauver. Voilà la situation actuelle.
Now, something is wrong with this particular video. You see the French Cameroon forces, right? They are now. Just imagine, you have these people. You see this Hausa people. They call them these Muslims. They are going around with machetes, looking for Ambazonians to kill. You hear them saying it. We are looking for Ambazonians to kill, and you have the Cameroon armies. These are them. Look at the forces. They call themselves the forces of law and order. Now imagine you meet someone who is about to go and commit a crime. He's telling you, I'm about to go and kill somebody now. I have this at my machete. I have the machete in my hand. Think about it. You meet someone, you call yourself a force of law and order. You meet someone with a weapon. saying, I'm going to kill somebody, I'm going to kill somebody, and then you abuse it with your telephone, videotaping that person and showing it to the world. Look at him, he's going to kill somebody. He's going to kill somebody. Look at what the Cameroonian forces are doing. They meet these people who are moving around with machetes, saying that they want to go and they are looking for Amazonians to kill. In other words, they are looking for the British Southern Cameroonians to kill. And they are videotaping them. They are doing nothing. They never stop them. They only question them, what are you guys, what are you doing? What do you want? They say, we are looking for Amazonians to kill. They are moving from house to house. They were slaughtering people. We remember this incident. In the presence of the Cameroonian army. And yet, these are the so-called Cameroonian army or soldiers who call themselves forces of law and order. They are the ones encouraging people. You hear this guy was talking and he said, look out, they are going to kill the people. What can we do? What can we do? You are a soldier. You have a criminal in front of you telling you, I'm going to kill somebody with this machete. And you will not stop him. You are videotaping him and you are showing it to the world. But these are the same people who go around to shoot our brothers and sisters in pretense that they are terrorists. In pretense that they're chopping the heads of people, of women. Now, let's see this image. Let's look at this in a bigger picture. Let's see the bigger picture. La République soldiers will meet these French Cameroonians who are moving around in this village to search in search of Amazonians to kill them. They will not stop them. They will not arrest them. We never saw them shot them as though they were terrorists. No. But they are moving around, they themselves, to shoot Amazonians, pull their dead bodies to the streets and shoot them, to show the international community that they are terrorists. Terrorists by what means? Who is the terrorist here? The Minister of Territorial Administration, Atanganji, goes out to the world and says he bans any Amazonian. No, they are not supposed to buy any machete. He makes a law against buying of machetes. But here we see them supporting, their armies are supporting the French Cameroonians to move around with machetes in search for Amazonians to kill. And they are the ones taking the video. Imagine. Now, I want us to see, and I want the international community to get this, because they are the ones that will come out tomorrow and say, no, those images you see out there of chopped off heads, are Amazonians who are doing it. But we see the army, you can see the Cameroonian army with these people, with the French Cameroonians. Look at them. They had their machetes. They were in search of Amazonians to kill them. And they were protecting them. They were videotaping them. They were happy. They never stopped them. They never said, hey guys, what you are doing is wrong. We never saw them shot these people. No, they were quiet. They said they should go ahead. Why? Because the people they want to kill are the British Southern Cameroonians. So, in other words, they supported them, they encouraged them, they allowed them go ahead to do that act. They never stopped them, but they want to tell the international community that they are the ones protecting the people, they are the law, or they are the forces of law and order. You see, something is wrong here, brothers and sisters. Something is wrong here. And I think these images, they reveal to us who are responsible, or those who are responsible for the chopping off of hands and heads in the territory of Amazonia, in the country of Amazonia. I mean, what else do you want as a proof? When you will see the soldiers here with these people who are going around with their machetes to kill the people, and they are saying it, they said it. They said they are in search of Amazonians to cut off their heads. They will cut the heads of their mothers, they will cut off the heads of their daughters, of their women. They said it. And you see the armies are there videotaping. They never stopped them. In other words, they were encouraging it. But these are the same armies who will go around shooting innocent people, shooting innocent boys and girls, claiming that they are Amazonian terrorists. What proof do they have? Were these people ever tried at any court and found guilty? No. This is the sad situation in which we find ourselves in this part of the world, in Amazonia. And the worst of all is the international community is silent about everything. Nobody is talking. In fact, some are talking against it, but nobody is taking any action against it. For how long shall this continue? Fellow Amazonians, brothers and sisters, when things they happen like this, we get for act. I wanna know how we get for act. When I take on an eye and chop Christmas.
Mm-mm.
Correct. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Papa and Mommy, then before I come to the end of this show for today, I want to round up and I go open the lines more with some of when I call, when I make 1 or 2 contributions before I close up. But there is hope for the future. There is absolute hope for the future. One, we are winning. Yes. If you were doubting, if you were staggering, if you were still sitting on the fence, I want to assure you, with all this evidence I've provided to you today, that Amazonians are winning. That's the good news. So it's high time you join your brothers and sisters. It's high time you join the winning train. And I want us to understand that we will continue to win over La République du Cameroon. We shall continue to triumph over them because they cannot stop us. As I told you a moment ago, that this is a war of endurance. He that endureth to the end shall will. And we shall continue and endure to the end. And caller, hold on. Before I take on the next caller that I already have on the line, I said we have hopes. Before I present to you the video of the hopes that we have, I think we have a caller on the line. Let us get what the caller have to say to us. Hello, madam. Hello, sir. Welcome to Amber Voice with Mr. Nanchop.
Yes, Mr. Nanchop. Afternoon or evening, so I'm calling from the US.
Okay, hold on, sir. Please
so
let me. Hold on, Papa. Hold on, ma connect your microphone. At the same time, yes, your microphone never be connected. I don't know why. Hold on. Okay, we hear you now.
Yeah, Mr. Nanchop. I say I be very, very impressed with your program. We try to educate this our people. They need the one. They need the free on the time. You know, someone that is there for language, they really understand what they go through. But the problem now, say, you see the chiefs them way that she don't would that eat your fair when the way call it the minister of territorial administration. Some of these our landed chiefs them they come to northwest and southwest. So she don't some fool. It can't tell them. So when I go risk when I live go back when I palaces. I want to ask that phone them, say we be stand them for Yaoundé. Let them ask question, a bombi where they for Baku, you don't ever leave Baku. So this chief then, I want to ask you now, where to be make and when I live on a palace and go she don't for Yaoundé because of 50,000 way all the other thing now. You know, when I should be ashamed of yourself to live in a palace and go she don't for enable and I think they will come back. But for my information, this thing it don't go the way. I did not come. I'm sorry, all when I choose when I carry when I tell when I show and costume again. When I go back, my see. And then secondly, another fool she don't for social media today. What I see and because it's the wonder way they for boya. He said if you able to find the Ambazonia boys, wonder just close to the BLM to talk the film marshal as you talk to one go catch them. Today they know they are on to stop with the make not. So my brother, these people they must explain. They will don't even know them anymore. They don't be cheap them for that land anymore. Maybe they don't remember them. We are Atangan. Atangan you say we know na go. Can Atangan you put yourself over Bamenda? We need shameful. She said the whole of Unata no road, nothing. So when I see pretending no things that they are coming to order. No see more na go more see. That the only thing I call to me I really take my time tell you them. More they go more see.
Correct. Thank you so much.
Man will not get first school. Which don't they go it is depend on 90 something years old man. It is forced to know about that. When I ask you what is the problem, where is the problem? Now you say no problem, not today. When I go join me, it is forced to know. So we pray to see how the outcome will come, my brother. May God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Wonderful contribution. Thank you. Ma, take the next caller. We'll get there. Ma, we'll take the next caller way down the line. Hello, madam. Hello, sir. Welcome to Amber Voice.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Nanchop, the German steel.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Thank you very much for the program. Mr. Nanchop, there's one thing I have to inform the public. I might talk from my computer, my PG. There's this one girl where it is also they bury, it die. They can't get up Amanda, they can't kill it again. They like go catch you for basketball, say they go find it again. I said, this girl, why you not? I forgot to inform you before time. You will bring all the clips, the international where they see what the Republic they do to girls them. They make us say they don't kill that girl. With that girl, now blood they take and put her for down. They they manipulate with the international body, they say, we should all fight among ourselves. Then they go catch innocent people, then they work and kill them. When at the same thing this way happen for Moloka, they go buy some rascal them. After the rascal, they don't finish kill that girl, they come on go kill the people they after again. So me the Republic, they take note. Me they know wait, so we don't catch all that they have street them. And they beg to Mr. Nanchop, bring that girl a picture. They get there for Batibo, where they don't catch it for Batibo, where come on go Batibo, for go betray with boys them. When La Republic they use the girl. La Republic they use the girl without a tattoo skin. If the worker you see all sides. Now that the same girl that they be buried, they say they don't bury girl alive. The girl can't come up for Amanda again. They say they don't kill the girl again. Now in the last now they don't go catch it for Batibo, say they go look it again.
Yes, at the investigator matter, once you have to confirm for which way you talk, now say that video that we don't see not the same girl. Now the same girl will be the dance, the shake his small buttocks. Now the same girl will be see where they say don't lie down for floor, say he don't die. Now the same girl will see a girl that the interview. Now the same girl. I don't scan the faces. I don't use a face recognition software for scan the faces. And I get the confirmation. By the way, it's a developing story, and I work on it. Once I don't get more evidence, I will bring up.
Before I finish, I thank you the way you don't grant Eric Toto and Eric Tato. I thank you the way you don't finish granny all plus the bone. I'll be sorry, so you go grind even marrow inside the bone. You don't finish it, you don't even talk, you don't get it. Thank you very much. Any man who wants surface again, who was standing out of a German steel. Thank you. Kudos. Continue. Watana wata.
Watana wata, bro. Thank you. Mo, take the next caller. Wonderful. I think we have the next caller on the line. Hello, madam. Hello, sir. Welcome to Amber Voice with Mr. Nanchop.
Yes, sir. I want to thank you for the enormous contribution that you have been doing to enlighten the people. Now, I want to make a contribution based on the point that the Minister of Territorial Administration has banned the use of the purchase of cutlasses in the former Southern Cameroon. Now, to the best of my knowledge, I'm seeing that as another means of declaring an already existing genocide on the people. Because for now, everybody who will be in possession of a machete will now be considered as a terrorist. So they will go about and kill everybody who is in possession of a machete. So this issue should be brought to the limelight of the international community to see that this is the official declaration of already existing genocide on the people. Okay, that's the contribution I wanted to make. Thank you very much.
Wonderful idea. Thank you so much, sir. I think that's a brilliant point. Yes, fellow Amazonians, I'm still going to take some calls. I want you people to call. There are a lot of things I've brought up today. There are a lot of things we've discussed today. And please do me a favor. If we make this kind of presentations, we come here and we make presentations like this. These are things that we invest time to do the research so that we present quality information to the people of Amazonia. I think it would be very selfish for us to just get it without sharing it. And I personally, I've gotten a lot of messages from Amazonian people who are crying that they wish that this message should get to the people at ground zero. I myself, I want that this message to get to the people at ground zero. You know, if I had the possibility, if I had the means, I will do that. But it's rather unfortunate that some who have that ability and who are in the position of doing that don't want to do it for whatsoever reason. And, you know, to me, that's an internal enabler. An internal enabler is somebody who will prevent any Amazonian from getting the information that will help them in the revolution. So why would somebody out of personal ego and pride want to stand against the information that is relevant to the people of Amazonia? You know, and I'm not going to elaborate more on this, but I think those who hear what I'm saying know what I'm talking about. It's very sad. It's very sad. We have the people at ground zero who ought to know. Not everybody has internet. Many of you have written me thousands of messages I've had from the Amazonian people. You know, the truth is, you know, in life, you cannot be the Jesus for everyone. Jesus already came for all of us. You can only do that which you can do. You cannot do more than the abilities or the possibilities that are given you. You understand? In as much as I really want this message to get even to the grandmothers at the village, because these are the people who matters. They must be educated. They must know. They must get the message of encouragement that we are winning. They must be assured that whatsoever they've been doing, their sacrifices for the ghost towns, all the contribution they've been doing, whatsoever they've been doing, they need a positive feedback that it is productive. And what else can I do? I can only come up, do the research, make the presentations, but it is our collective responsibility to transmit the messages by whatsoever means. And it's sad that we have the means. We don't want to use it because of personal ego or because of personal, hatred. Somebody will swear that over his or her dead body shall this happen, or Mr. Nanchop, is that why we are fighting? We are putting our personal egos beyond the collective will of the people. How different are we from La République du Cameroon? It's sad. It's absolutely sad. It's sad. How did we ever get here? But the truth is, these things cannot stop us from doing that which is right, because we know what is right, and we will not stop. Some has gone as far as they're trying to compare Mr. Nanchop. Some have gone. I've heard terrible things. Some will say, we don't want to prevent another Eritato. If Mr. Nanchop becomes so famous, he will become like Eritato. Seriously, are we talking about becoming famous here? Or we are talking about transmitting the necessary information to the people who matters? I mean, we've lost the focus, brothers and sisters. But nevertheless, I just want to encourage you that do your best to share the message as far as you can. That can be your own contribution. The people that matters, the Amazonian people and the international community must get the message. They must know that we are aware of whatsoever mafia is being played out there. And of course, we must be one another's skipper. Watana Wata. I have a caller on the line. I have to give him or her the chance to speak. Hello, sir. Hello, madam. Welcome to Amber Voice. Hello. Hello? Okay, I think I need to take the next caller. Hello, sir. Hello, madam. Welcome to Amber Voice.
Hello, sir. Hello, madam. Hello.
Yes. Welcome to Amber Voice, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Nanchop. I am happy for your presentation and everything.
Hold on, sir. Please hold on, sir. Excuse me, sir. I will give you the opportunity to talk. Now, I want to make this response and this open response to G. Samuel, who is presently watching. I have been very patient. I've seen a lot of silly write-ups. By the way, I want to encourage the fact G. Samuel is a great patriot. I don't know whosoever is behind that profile. He makes wonderful write-ups. He's very positive and contributive to this revolution. But what we don't need to tolerate is when people are trying to be very biased. Now, we want to build an Amazonian where there is equitable justice, where we talk on facts, not based on one-sided information. I've seen G. Samuel make up some write-ups about me that he never spoke with me. The problem in this revolution is people talk about people. People don't talk with people. And it's very wrong. It's very wrong. When you go out there and you are making a write-up without talking to the individual, only talking about people, and this is very wrong. We allow the enemy to take advantage of such atmospheres and situations. These things are not necessary. He is the one coming up there and saying, right now I saw a comment from him. Every time I talk about this, I lose him. I don't need you, my brother, to be real. The Amber Voice platform don't need you. So don't think when I address facts and things that are going wrong, I'm losing you. I don't care about that, seriously. Because nobody who wants to deter us from that which is good, or who wants to bring internal I'm missing the word now, confusion among us. For so long, one of the things that this revolution have suffered from is this internal problems, confusion. Most of the times, these things are not necessary. They are not actually there. But because we have any individual who will just go out there and write things to stir up situations and to pull the minds of people to things that are not there, we create that atmosphere of confusion. You've made up write-ups that I've seen, mostly about me, that were very wrong. I will not do that without talking to the person who is concerned. I know you are a great patriot. You have wonderful write-ups. But wisdom requires that before we go out there to make public utterances about people, we should at least have spoken to them. You know, and please be very careful with those kind of comments you're making. I think it's not necessary right now. We have a greater target. We have one common enemy. I think it's high time we shun away those things that bring differences amongst us. We have a common enemy. We must use a common strategy and fight this common fight for a common victory. Enough is enough for this nonsense I see on social media. I'm not a partaker of that. I don't talk like this. But when need be, I do. So G. Samuel, whosoever is behind that profile, please, I don't want to make mention of this again. I'll hand back the microphone to the common priest on the line. Hello, sir. Welcome to Amber Voice. We are getting from you, sir.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Nanchop. In fact, you just have to say it as it is, so that things should be in order. If you don't do it like that, people will take advantage and be saying rubbish into your platform and attacking you with with bad name. I'm very happy for your presentation this evening, particularly what you showed to the Amazonian people concerning the governor of Cross River State. You see, France and La République, that is France in Europe, is what the Europeans are supposed to look first as the number one enemy of the world. Then in Africa, Cameroon should be as the number one enemy of Africa, because these are killers. When you look at what France is trying to do over Bakassi Peninsula, France is trying to attack Amazonia, because when that case was passed, it was in favor of Cameroon because France wanted to benefit. Now France knows that it's going to lose Amazonia, is passing through Nigeria. But I want the international community to know one thing. Kofi Annan, who passed over that judgment in ICC, Kofi Annan died because France contributed the death of Kofi Annan. Let Ghanaian know that if Kofi Annan died, it was the public that killed France, because Kofi Annan had information about Amazonia. He had Amazonia's case in his hand, up to the point that one time that he visited Cameroon, Paul Biya fetched Kofi Annan at the airport. All these things, Amazonian, we know them so well. But if Nigeria wants to maybe come to Bakassi again, it's because of what Macron is trying to do.
That's right.
But it will not affect France anything or fetch La République anything, because if Nigeria and Ghana, they don't stand firm, La République, France will pass to connive and do terrible things in their country. France is a very bad country, very bad. And I still repeat this thing. Ghana should know that the death of Kofi Annan came from France, because immediately the Amazonian matter started, that is when Kofi Annan died. It was because they know that if Kofi Annan still remains alive, most of the facts that he knows concerning Amazonia and things that has passed through concerning that court, Kofi Annan will reveal it. So the world should know it as from now. Wow. That is the cause of Kofi Annan's death. It was because of this Amazonian issue. France should stand in the international court and defend themselves, and even swear the Bible. France will sink.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for that great revelation.
To all the Amazonians, we know some of these things, but if France wants us to expose them, we are prepared. Amazonia is gone. They can never get Amazonia.
That's
they
right.
Can never get Amazonia. They are gone. And I'm happy for that. Kudos to you all and to the Amazonians.
To all of us, yes, kudos to all of us Amazonians fighting together in this collective effort for freedom. Thank you so much. I see there was somebody I need to call that have been trying to call me, and I know that it's 5 o'clock in the morning. This is calling. I know. Yes, sir. Welcome to Amber Voice. I was about to call you. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir. You are connected. Welcome to Amber Voice, sir. Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yes, Pa, would hear you. Would hear you.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Nanchop, for this great job you are doing for the people of Amazonia. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
We call you. You told us you are the German steel, and we are confirming 100% that you are really the German steel. Yeah. So, yeah, my concern for you now, na say, when I don't watch this nice show, we don't put them up. We talk say some will get internal enablers where they know they want make maybe this show is spread for other places. Like say we'll share them, I will get another bigger platform where people feel share this information for them. It draw me back again to another case where we don't talk about, we don't come up with it, say why you are sure they not the pass for ABC, because somebody like me, I know you not through ABC. So you will talk say you are sure get for B, you want be neutral, that think make you day on a personal platform, because you don't want to be under like say with the talk, government they control you like this. But if some person is there for ABC, where it really hold your good show that may not pass for ABC. That ABC na Amazonian their TV, and na Amazonian they sponsor that TV. If that man there for that TV, if he block your show, may your show not pass for that TV, then we Amazonian really need to know that person, because if that person want to get that TV for himself, they not go for the call Amazonian them, but they can't contribute for that TV, because you are an Amazonian. You do work for the people, and that TV where they create now for make the people they know what to go on about the revolution. And if you get a platform where Amazonian they cherish them, they say and say be educative, then they need to pass your show them for ABC TV. They carry Nigerian music, they already sing Oshe, all that they pass for TV for 2 hours, 3 hours. They need to pass important show. Then that TV and the draft where they come on the 30th. The people that are behind that holding your show, they will be very careful, because we Amazonia will be ready for sponsor and for contribute for the track for ABC. But if they really block your show, then they show Nigerian music, show kind dance, traditional dances them for 1 hour, then even this music where they show and say we own the land, yeah, that music fine. You don't play for that TV. May they give time for important show then to make the big pass for that TV. Now my contribution that. I don't get plenty for talk. It don't too much. That TV don't have some owner. Now Amazonian their TV and the draft will come. If we the people will recommend to me show the pass for ABC, supposed to the pass for ABC. Don't have some man get that TV. So maybe the people that they hold your show will need for know them, because accountability go for start now. Will not go for start for that thing for La Republic where they say some man they control police. They don't some man they control a Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Now some man get a NAM. Now some one get Eric. Now some one get P&T.
Okay,
caller. Can't start from Amazonia where some people they own television. Now they decide where the pass of that television. That television, you are show now Amazonian show. We need them for the pass of our television before we put our money for day. So make ABC be very careful with Amazonians. Will not this time again for joke. I will not for go for before for back. Thank you.
Well, okay. Well, thank you, caller. I understand. I think say I don't address this matter sometime behind. But some one thing I not be talking. Where I want to talk today for the platform. May be very clear for everybody. As I said, the topic na topic where it don't be a burden for plenty Amazonians. Every week, I receive at least 20 messages on this particular topic. The truth na this, I want to make it very clear. Mr. Nanchop platform as today for here, you know the shake. We will do what shows them on this platform as today for here. But now, if any of my presentation, now I want to make this thing very clear. For take one of them my presentation like this one today and for put them for satellite for ABC, now 5 minutes. Like just a matter of 5 minutes. It not be more than 5 minutes. You see. And I don't get any problem. If anybody see the revolutionary content on my show, it thinks it be good for the revolution. By the way, this is for the struggle. It's for the people. And it's the people's TV. They are the one paying for it. If anybody say whatsoever content or message or show of Mr. Nanchop where he do it be good for the revolution, and it be a message where he go find for go for ground zero. If the people want them, why not do it? Why not? Somebody say, Mr. Nanchop, I don't want to go into that, but why not just for do am? Why all this talk? The truth is, one thing is clear. I'm not going to leave my platform and say, and I'm going to ABC to run my shows. Then no, it's the same thing. Right now, I'm running this show here. Anyone can pick it. It's easy to just pick it now and put it on the satellite or on ABC. On the satellite, it's 2 minutes. It doesn't cost anything. You see. So the point is, this topic of ABC and Mr. Nanchop and ABC are two separate entities. Two separate entities. And I've explained that, and I'm not going into that. But I don't see the problem, the reason why, if I make a show that is good for the revolution, somebody will not take and put on ABC because he or she is having issues with Mr. Nanchop. That is not for the revolution. We should learn to keep our personal issues away from that which is constructive to the revolution. You will not allow the detriment of the revolution because of your personal issue with Mr. Nanchop. It cannot work that way. I'm sorry, but let this topic be very clear. You see, this is for the revolution. So if Mr. Nanchop will make any show, anyone who is controlling ABC is free to put it on the satellite and put it for the people at ground zero to get. So these things I hear people, I've heard a lot of silly things about me. The truth is this, brothers and sisters, fellow Amazonians, ABC is a state TV. We must contribute to save it. We must, because this is the only thing we have right now to communicate to our people at ground zero. So please, no, there is no other thing we must. Look at SCBC. They are coming up, they are doing it good. Whatsoever TV station we have that we want to feed ground zero is good. But if we have the messages that are good for ground zero, we must put them out there. We must put them. Let them not be everybody, not be all man get Facebook. Not be Papa and Mama for village, they get Facebook. So I bet I don't want to over talk on this topic. I just want to talk, say whosoever, it be simple. Mr. Nanchop, I need to go get a show platform, but if I make a show will be good for the revolution, they feel always put them for satellite. Most of the times now Al Jazeera they run for satellite. So what you go pass you will take that 2 hours, put them instead for the left Al Jazeera. I'm going to be factual about these things. People, this too much complain left and right. I want this topic to close, but we'll go support the ABC, we'll go draft for ABC and we'll give in the money because now our only channel of truth right now, the ABC remain the channel of truth. Our channel will communicate one-to-one with ground zero. You see, and of course ABC must grow. So even though some kind of thing that will happen, we must grow beyond this level. We must grow beyond this limitation of this limited way of thinking. We must go beyond that. Anything will be good for the revolution must be used for the revolution. Beyond personal ego. So at least I don't get that topic very clear. I will take 1 or 2 callers for round up this topic for today. And I beg, and now when you call again, we will not talk about this topic. I don't make my standpoint very clear. I don't make a show on this. And I don't really like to talk about this thing in the public like this. It's not my art. I don't do that. You know, as I said, I always like to talk with individuals, not about individuals. But this concern don't come up a lot. And I don't see a reason why anybody know the do it. We work for ABC. By the way, when I be for ABC, I will do the same thing. I will take shows from activists the way they're good, like Prince J. Car, Paul Nilong. I will put them for satellite. Instead for allow Al Jazeera to run, I will do them. Because I will know that a good thing for do them. I don't be careful go ask Paul Nilong. I don't be careful go ask Prince J. Car. I will follow their shows there. I will take the ones where I think say they're good for the revolution. I put them for satellite. So why would somebody else not want to do it? Why would somebody make a statement like over my dead body? Will Mr. Nanchop come to ABC? What is that for? It's sad. But I think I have a caller on the line. May we get the caller. Hello, sir. Welcome to ABC.
Yeah,
welcome to Amber Voice. Hello, madam.
Mr. Nanchop?
Yes, ma.
Yeah, thank you very much for a very, very nice show. And we will talk about issues then for our chiefs, why they leave our place, their hometown, then they go to different town.
That's right.
It be very sad. They will try to promote our culture, and then at the same time, the people where they give a handle culture, they run away. But so one principle they for life, We don't hear plenty time as they talk in those days. They say you know the bite finger away, they fit you. So it be very clear now for we to know say all they so they chop for a particular finger, so they no one bite the finger. So they forget about their population. So now why that? All of them, they don't run their place. Not be saying something they will keep them for this. Now because they deny but take responsibility for their people. And they deny to for even talk for the government. They did it for more than 24 hours. They not be say the government say stop the killing of our people. Simple. So the killing of our people don't be too much. And all the blood them for these people then they on their head. For each village where these people then come out, where they kill their people, they don't stand up and talk to this is bad. It's there for their head. So ma come up for this one, I talk about French hegemony for Africa. This French hegemony, we not say France no get nothing. France no get chop, France no get nothing. So the only dependence on France is depending on Africa and some other allies. So now for the way France no fit ever leave the farm anyhow. People the way they work for that farm, now they give a stand firm for talk say you don't correct. Una dey for go do or that. Now I experience that because the money where France collect for Africa, 400 billion, not be small money every year. Whether you go stand for which electric pole, France will buy you. So all these black legs they will be here and for inside of territory, they don't be bought over. Englishman they say beggar no fear ever protest. Okay, who know this one. Beggar no the protest. So people the way they don't put themselves as beggars, so they go take crumbs. They no fear ever come back for talk say they no go take that crumb. So we Amazonians the people put up for our head. Say now so these black legs they need. Anyway, would the Mark conclude by saying that ABC just put communicated they'll get their new people the way they will talk. So they'll get their new people the way they can't stand the president. Maybe these new people they will get new enlightenment from what people don't talk and everything will be publicized because our people need information. And information that's good for our consumption and for our growth. Thank you very much for the good work we do. And we will not put anger forward. We will not say we'll be human beings and we make some mistake, but the best mistake is the mistake for move forward, not before move backward. Thank you, sir.
Wonderful, wonderful.
1,
Wait,
4.
I think I'm going to take the last caller of the day and round up right now.
1, 4, 0.
Wait, this will be the last caller of the day. Hello, madam. Hello, sir. Welcome to Amber Voice. Hello. Hello. No. I think we lost that caller. Okay, great. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Amazonians, I'm not going to take any other calls again. I want us to round up for today. But I said something to you now, please. I said something a moment ago. I said there is something that gives me hope when I look at this revolution. And I'm going to play this video. You know, we are fighting not just for ourselves, but also for the future generation. And taking a look at a video like this, I feel happy.
Glory to the Father for making it forevermore. Amazonia, and the freedom. I choose a stopping. Stable, the most of the endorsement nation.
Wow. Wonderful, wonderful. No, the truth is, this small pikin sing this anthem past plenty of you know when I watch me right now. If you never still know the lyrics of the Ambazonia anthem, go for my YouTube channel. Just put Mr. Nanchop. You'll see my picture there. I know so plenty of people they try to pirate my YouTube channel. But when you go for Mr. Nanchop, you'll see my picture there. And you'll get most of my shows then for there. And you'll get the lyrics of the Amazonian anthem there in a video version. So I want to encourage any man we never see no for sing one anthem, me go learn. And when I see this kind of perica, this kind of small boy, he don't stand, he don't bend his t-shirt. You know, one play football for small pikin. And so they hang one t-shirt, put and so the man sing, it gives me hope. How can you take this out of this child? He don't dawn inside. He don't know how to talk for him, but he just sing the anthem. Yes. You know, La République, look, they waste their time. They waste their time. You cannot take you cannot take this spirit out of the people. You cannot kill a spirit. Spirits don't die. You see? Well, the truth I say the future is bright. When I see things like this one, I'm glad to say the future strong and the future good. So, fellow Amazonians, I want to thank you so much. Those who joined me today. Now, tomorrow, you know I miss my show tomorrow. My show tomorrow, I feel even given the title. It will be very powerful because I will talk about the death and burial of AGC and Ayabacho. In fact, tomorrow, I did grind. Yesterday, I come and no grind. I talk with soft heart. I educate my people. Today, I bring a message of hope. Tomorrow, I want grind. And I tell on the topic tomorrow. The death and burial of Ayabacho and the AGC. Yes. And when I know where Mr. Nanchop can grind, he can't talk bap. Facts, they always be. You know I miss my show tomorrow. 6 p.m. Amber. I'm looking forward to see you tomorrow, brothers and sisters. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye.